we're doing multiple searches and that we're utilizing our partners at the FBI that have some really, great equipment, training, experienced people, all of those things. We're coming at this investigation with from every angle and with everything that we have access to.
We have not been able to locate the child as of yet.
We want answers! We want answers! Where is Melody Buzzard and what is her mom Ashlee doing? She's expected to be back in court today for her false imprisonment charge. We're talking all about the case. Plus, we're zeroing in on singer David. He's now being identified as a suspect in the death of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. So, if he is a suspect, where are the charges? And grief author and accused killer Corey Richards staying put in jail. Her bond request has been denied. So what's her next move? Also this hour, we've got troubling allegations emerging in the cruise ship death of 18-year-old Anna Kepner. Her 16-year-old stepbrother being named as a suspect in family court filings. We're digging deeper into the blended family. It's all coming up next for you right here on Opening Statements. Good Thursday morning to you. Welcome to Opening Statements. I'm Julie Grant. Should I say happy Friday Eve, right? We're almost there, and we got a tremendous show planned for you. So let's get it started. Grab that cup of coffee right now, my friends. It's time for my opening statement. What's up with Ashlee Buzzard? I mean, really, what's she up to? Her beautiful, innocent 9-year-old daughter, Melody, is missing, and she isn't out there looking for her. So what is she doing? Is she sitting home all day watching Bravo and eating ice cream? Is she enjoying her life right now? I was thinking about this lady, and I am so deeply troubled and appalled by her actions. The road trip, the wigs, the false license plate, all of her actions are suspicious and incredibly concerning. And so are her inactions. Her refusal to be helpful to anyone who's concerned about Melody's well-being. I still say cuff her already. I've been saying all along that they should jail her on endangering the welfare of her child and obstructing justice. It infuriates me that she is still free to enjoy her life while her minor child may be held captive somewhere. It is not fair. And if she isn't home all day watching TV, what is she doing? We know she's not helping to find her child. And that inaction tells me everything I need to know about Ashlee Buzzard. I hope and I pray that investigators crack this case soon. I hope beautiful Melody is still alive and can be brought home safely. And if her mother intentionally put her in harm's way, I sure hope she pays the dearest price that the law allows. That's my opening statement on this Thursday morning. As you can see, I'm fired up about this case. We're going to talk about it more right now. It's your daily docket.
Did you killed? Did the baby get killed? No. No? I mean, it pains me to know and work a child could, be about their parents.
In Georgia, we're going to be learning if defendant Matthew Lance will be testifying this morning. This guy's accused of brutally killing firefighter Justin Hicks and his wife Amber in their brand new home. Court's going to resume at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to go in there live together when it does. In Tennessee, we have got the man convicted of kidnapping, raping, and killing Holly Bobo back in court. Zach Adams wants a new trial, and he's expected to testify. Day 2 of his hearing is going to get underway at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. And in Massachusetts, we've got jury selection continuing this morning for accused wife killer Brian Walsh. Opening statements are expected to happen on December the 1st. Right now, let's turn to your top story as Mama Ashlee Buzzard's going to be back in court today for a preliminary hearing on her false imprisonment charge. Here's some photos, brand new, of her in court on Wednesday. If you missed it, take a look at this new look. Police say her charge stems from her pulling out a box cutter on her friend when the friend started having a conversation about where her daughter Melody is. You can see she's wearing another wig here in court, that long curly wig she was wearing at the time of her arrest. And from the surveillance footage, Might be the same wig, might not be, hard to tell. The hearing was quick, only lasted a minute or so. The judge confirmed that they will be moving forward with the preliminary hearing this morning, so that's where testimony is going to be taken. We'll get to learn a little more about that incident, but the big question still looming this morning, where is Melody? Let's bring in our power panel this morning. I want to welcome in high-profile criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Michael J. Brown. Retired lieutenant, he was the commander of the Nassau County Police K-9 unit, also served with the NYPD. K-9 expert Mike Gould, and the sheriff in Erie County, Pennsylvania, Sheriff Chris Campanelli. Good morning to you all. Wow, what a power panel this is. Let's start with the burning question of where is Melody? Sheriff Campanelli, I want to begin with you, please. Tapping into your experience with investigations. What do you say to all these folks at home watching this program right now who are wondering what in the world is happening with that child?
Great question. I think the folks of that community are very lucky that the FBI is involved. They have the absolute resources and the training and experience behind them that I believe that if anybody's going to find this little girl, it's going to be them.
Yes, we have that faith. Lieutenant Gould, I want to go to you next, please. We've talked before on the program about surveillance of Ashlee in the meantime and the utility of her being out right now. I would love your thoughts on that now at this juncture as we sit here this morning.
Yeah, Julie, well, I share your sentiments. I thought she should have. Of course, I don't know the laws. Michael will certainly shed some light on his opinion, why not. But child endangerment in California, I think there's sufficient amount of evidence to show that she's not cooperating. Her child's gone. There's mental illness with neon lights flashing around her. It's a very strange, there's not much talk about Melody, really. And I agree with the sheriff. Of course, the FBI is involved. But it's like, what's not happening? I don't see a lot of search and rescue people. When a child goes missing, historically, the community gets together. This is a possible filicide where the mother possibly may have killed her own daughter. So it's really strange. It's very sterile. She comes to court in an Uber. She leaves in an Uber. She locks herself in the house. It's dark. It's just something very strange to me and maybe it's because I'm on the East Coast and there might be much more media coverage out there, but it's something very strange, and I agree with your sentiments that she should have been arrested at some point just to have her opportunity to talk to her.
Lieutenant, great points. I want to dovetail off the one you made, excellent point about there may be a mental health component here. Michael J. Brown, want to ask you, we know she's picked up one criminal case, but it doesn't pertain to Melody. It's a false imprisonment charge. Tell me, if you're representing her and you're going today to court for this preliminary hearing, what are your main objectives?
Yeah, well, good morning, Julie. Good morning, everybody. It seems as though it was really, they're going after her for that incident when obviously the bigger picture is about this young child. So from the defense standpoint, they're just going to sit and wait. They've already said they're representing her, so they're not going to be able to question her. It just defies common sense. And to all of us sitting here watching this case, we expect the worst, but hope for the best. There's a lot of unanswered questions. And I think ultimately what's going to happen is the FBI obviously is going to do their job, and they're going to do as much as they can in terms of investigation. I think they're going to rely heavily on the public because a lot of public tips on this type of case could really answer the question of what happened to this young lady and where she would be.
Oh, definitely. Great point. Let's listen to a clip from Grandma. This is Melody's paternal grandmother speaking out. Her father has passed away.
I would have never recognized her. I can't believe it's her. She looks so different. What about my case? Where's my granddaughter? Well, we don't know nothing yet. That's what they tell me.
How about she said she wouldn't have recognized her? Sheriff Campanelli, I want to talk to you about the disguises. We know that Melody was, in fact, alive on the date of October 7th. We have video surveillance confirmation of that, as you know, where she and Mom are at the car rental business. They're both wearing wigs. Melody's also got her hoodie up in that business. And then we know Mom takes this long trip through several states. There's a look at those images. Grandma presumably referencing that image where she's saying, not even recognizing her. I mean, it's just, it's bizarre. We know they had a false license plate along the trip. We know they went through Utah, Nevada, all the way to Nebraska, and then they came back to California. But oh, not they, just mom came back. Melody did not return on the trip with her. Sheriff, what do you make of some of these forms of deception here that were used by mom?
Yeah, I mean, someone that is going to go to these extremes to change their appearance, to have a false license plate. I mean, there's definitely something sinister behind this. And I do agree. The more you look at it, the more it points towards a mental health issue. And I don't, until they get her into custody and can question her, I think they're going to have a tough time.
I know, Sheriff. I know. This is what troubles me. Lieutenant Gould, let's talk a little bit about her lack of cooperation and what that tells you. And so initially we know it was Melody's school who reached out and was like, hey, you know, this is a prolonged absence. We just want to make sure she's okay. And mom had nothing to say to the school. And then so the school reports it. She has nothing to say to police. We know police returned to the house, still nothing. As an investigator, Lieutenant, what does this say to you about mom's alleged culpability?
Right. Well, anytime a parent is not cooperative and actually taking down the missing person signs, there's reports that she's cutting the faces off them. So again, back to mental illness. But her disguises and stuff, I mentioned on a previous show, some of her disguises actually draw more attention to her than she does blending into the community. These exaggerated wigs. Yesterday she was in court and exaggerated makeup. What's odd is, as Michael said, this is going to be the public that's going to be of assistance, and the media, of course. But we're working off a photograph that I think is several years old, and that is also somewhat stunning to me. I got thousands of pictures of my grandchild in my phone as we speak, update as of yesterday. So we're working on this kind of one photo that may not be as accurate. I'm not sure how old it is, but, you know, 2 or 3 years in a child's life, they change dramatically in their appearance. So these are all the oddities. I'm hoping that the law enforcement is filtering. They know more than we know. We'd like to know, and they're just filtering the information for for law enforcement purposes.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up, Lieutenant. If you look closely at the picture, it looks like she has baby teeth in that photo, and we know that she's 9. And so that probably does make it difficult for anybody looking for this child. This is the image that's been so widely circulated, but we see on surveillance camera, even her own grandma was like, I don't recognize my grandchild because of how grown she is. And yeah, that says a lot that there isn't a more recent picture. It's very, very sad. This child's father passed away, as I mentioned, and mom clearly struggling. Michael, tell me, with respect to what's going on today, if you're her counsel, do you encourage her to waive this and just get the case on up to big court, or do you want to have a hearing today?
Yeah, Julie, I don't waive any of those types of hearings. That's a tremendous, from a defense standpoint, it's a tremendous ability to get discovery. You have the ability to have live witnesses testify, cross-examine these witnesses, something we don't have here in the state of New York. So these types of preliminary hearings are favorable. They're helpful for the defendant, and it gives them the opportunity to really get a preview of the case.
Yeah, definitely. Great points. You all made great points this morning. This is so sad. We will continue following the case. All of our guests are staying with us. Do the same at home, please. When we come back, we're turning to maybe a breakthrough in the death investigation of teenager Celeste Rivas Hernandez.